9-3, just gonna fold. Aces, I am not going to fold. So I Ukraine limps. I gotta decide what I'm gonna make it here. I would usually make it smaller because I wouldn't want to risk people folding, but here I just really thought that he's at least gonna call this much. Like, I wanted to come up with this sizing that's like the biggest possible sizing that I think Ukraine will always at least call, if not shove over, and I just decided it would be this one. And then it gets even better. 99 problems, 3-bet. I think this is honestly a really good 3-bet spot for him. Apart from my sizing, I think my sizing is so big that it sort of looks like I gotta have a hand here. Maybe he's not paying that much attention, but like if I made it the normal 7k-ish and he made it like 16k, I think he'd be playing very well. Cause like he's gotta expect that I'm going to be isolating really wide with my big stack here, and this is just gonna work really often. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good bluff 3-bet, but I'm pretty sure that he does not have a hand here. I mean, of course he could have a hand, sure, he'd size the same if you had it, but I just think this is such a classic 3-bet bluff spot in a way that I don't really expect him to have it too often. So if Ukraine folds here, I think I'm just gonna flat. Because the pot is going to be over 40k, we are just going to have like 3 times the pot behind. I could still represent like a hood flat, because I'd only have to call 10k into 44k. I just think that if I 4-bet, he's just folding almost always, because he's so full of it here. But luckily, Ukraine limp shoves. So, yeah, I don't like slow rolling people. I just think this is one of the one of the few spots where I sort of have to do it. I have to tank for like 20 seconds. I just cannot snap shove, because if he ends up actually having a hand like jacks, I just want to get him in. So I go for a bit of a fake tank. Sorry, Ukraine, if you're watching this. And I decide to flat. It's fairly close whether I should shove or flat. Like, I don't know if he thinks I'm gonna fold here ever. I decided to flat to like induce him to shove with jacks. I don't know, or like a hand with jacks. I don't know. It might actually be better to just shove, because I don't think he folds jacks anyway there. But like, if we had like 20k more behind with 99 problems, I think flatting would be definitely better than shoving, because then he could see me having a hand like 9s that's gonna flat and then fold. But I think this might actually look stronger than shoving here, because I don't know if I'm really folding ever with 44k in against a shove of 150k. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a whatever sort of spot. He just snap folded, so he had a bluff there. And Ukraine had the king queen of suits, so now I got a massive stack. Queen 4, I'm just gonna fold. Queen 8, also folding. I would open suited there. Queen deuce, no can do. Here I'm probably not folding. Oh yeah, I remember this hand. Yeah, this did not go very well from me. So he opens, and I do something that's a bit of a manipulative 3-bet. Because like usually I should 3-bet bigger, but because I knew that this guy was pretty over it, I thought that, because this guy wasn't it, so he probably realizes that I realize that he's opening really wide. So if I made a bigger 3-bet to like 13k, he might just shove over it. But if I make it really tiny, I'm sort of encouraging him to call, which is totally fine, because I have a great hand and the initiative. I'm gonna win the pot on like all of the high card flops of like ace deuce x and king deuce x, blah blah blah, almost always. And so I just do what's not very balanced, because admittedly if I had like ace king, I would make it bigger here. I'm just like counting on him to like not realize that. And I guess I'm also repping like aces or whatever, because people like to make it smaller with aces. So like, I'm just kind of encouraging him to call, and maybe he folds sometimes. I'm discouraging him from 4-betting. He calls pretty quickly. I'm happy with that. And then we get a really interesting flop. I do think that I make a pretty clear error here. If we were deeper, I would definitely like what I do. If you had like 20k more, I think it would be a pretty clear check. But with the stacks we got, this doesn't really make any sense because like I can't just, I mean, I know when I'm checking, I'm check calling, but it's just no good because there are too many bad cards for me.